With you, I can be sad with you. Just take my hand and fly up through the dreams where the skies are so clear.
Well, hello and a very good morning from Vermont. I'll try and hold this camera still. I've got it on a handheld tripod. Yes, that's a big pile of dirt behind me, and yes, it's still there. I haven't managed to move it. I'll tell you about that in a moment. So it's the 27th of May. Let's have a look at the time. It should be 9:45. Yep, it's 9:45. And as you can see, spring has sprung. In fact, it's going fast into summer. Everything is a blooming and taking a turn and a job to keep up with. So I'm just gonna go for a walk. I'm just admiring my wife's flowers on the bank. She's made a great job. She's adding to them each year. And yesterday I got a real treat. I stopped on my road trip. I don't know whether you can see them down there, and I bought us some more different varieties to put in. We've got the hummingbird feeder up on the house, and maybe I'll show you a hummingbird in a moment. That's that little red. Let me zoom into it for you. I put a bracket up yesterday. That's the hummingbird feeder, and there's plenty of them, and we've got jobs to do everywhere. We've got a special battery that I had to buy for my wife's smart car, so that's been sat for a month or so, so I'm going to fit that today in the well, passenger well. And I've got my side-by-side in from the storage unit. It had an issue starting last year, so I've got to go through that and find out what's wrong with that. I've got the pool to open down there, which will be done this weekend. It's a holiday weekend, and let me show you. I know a lot of people on Facebook were laughing and saying I'm making a scramble circuit. I'm going to show you what this dirt's all about. When this lot was cleared to build the house, and they dug the basement out, they cleared all the trees. Obviously, it's like a 2-acre plot. They inadvertently they buried all the tree roots. So we moved in 2007. This house was built in '96, and it's now 2021. And what's happened about 3 years ago is this hole started appearing, and it's quite deep. So I've got this sand to put in, which I'm going to push down the hill with a bobcat, and then maybe another load of about the same, and then we shall put, of course, a foot of topsoil on the top and bring the levels right up. So I did last year attempt, I knew somebody that dropped me some topsoil, and which is in there now. Let me turn the camera around and show you. So this is the hole in line with that wheelbarrow there. That's the soil I got to push down the hill, and the ground started to sink here, and I dropped that topsoil in there, didn't even scratch the surface. So I'm going to grab a bucket of that for my wife's raised gardens before I put the sand in. And then we've got a big hole there, and then further down there are 2 more holes which have always been there, but they're slowly getting deeper. And then it's going to be a busy weekend because the awning has to come out on the deck. There was a bird's nest with chicks right in that corner there, and he's now flown. Would you believe, come back and trying to build another nest? But I'm going to get that sorted out, and because he hasn't finished it yet, and put the awning down. So I'm not moving the dirt by myself because as you get older you get a bit smarter. Safety on this bank with a bobcat is quite a concern, and you need another person here while you're doing it. God forbid if ever you rolled over on the bobcat, you know, and you got trapped. You've heard of these horror stories, so we're not doing that. So join me as I go on a little walk. I've decided to just pop round the block and show you around. I did do a video on my daily walks, but it was a little bit amateurish to say the least. So I haven't done anything with these flower beds, and they seem to be looking the best ever this year, and they're coming along nicely, and I got some other plants to go in. So follow me as we go down Allison Lane. Well, I've never used this tripod yet. I got the idea from Roy, my friend in England. He led me into it, and it's called a Gorilla tripod, and you can mount it anywhere. The idea being you can walk away from the camera and interact a little bit more. And to be honest, I've not used the wireless mic either, because you need that to get away from the camera, and it helps with the noise reduction if it's a windy day, to have a better microphone which is mounted on my t-shirt. So I just thought I'd show you. That's the first time I've used it. Big hi to Roy. I do follow your videos, Roy, and you do a great job. Anybody watching, Roy Edwards, you'll find him doing all the walks throughout Worcestershire. We pump each other and keep abreast of things and try and create some interest. I haven't been doing many videos lately because I've just been on a trip to Florida, 3-week trip, and I didn't fancy spending my 3 weeks behind a camera lens. So follow me as we go down Allison Lane, and I'll show you how this place got put on the map. It's called Vernon Village. I'm guessing at about 50 homes, and they are all connected to little cul-de-sacs which are named after the ladies, like Christine Court, hi Christine, Allison Lane, Shirley Drive. So I don't know why that is so. It must have been his employees or his family, I would guess. He was a big timber or lumber merchant in the area. I did meet him 20 odd years ago, and he's like Mr. Wonderful off the Shark Tank. He's all business. He passed away quite a long time ago, but he cleared all this lot, and many of them, and he actually, the only thing he did wrong was he took away all the topsoil to sell. So that was a shame, but we now have to bring all our topsoil back in. Follow me. Of course, as we go down, leaving my house here, which is just there, it happens to be trash day or dustbin day, so sorry about that. You're going to see a load of bins outside. We have to put them out only on a Thursday because of the wildlife. If you put them out the day before and try to be clever, you would pay the price. Maybe have a animal, even a bear, rip it apart, and you're playing around with nature. So we're going to go down, turn the corner. There's a wonderful big plant down there. Look at that, beautiful. I'll take a picture of that, and let's go further, and I'll take you on my walk down Allison Lane. This lady Mary, who we know, has just had her front, all her trees taken down, and she's putting some grass down. That's what I'm going to be doing, laying some seed and some straw, and we'll get there in the end. So follow me on our 2-mile walk.
Through the dreams where the skies are so clear with you.
Okay, so the first place I come to is Christine Court, and there's a little sign. Hi again, Christine. I know she watches all the videos. Hope you're well, hope you're all vaccinated. So it turns the corner left, and that is a cul-de-sac in there, and this is where we've come from. So follow us as we go further down Allison Lane to the Vernon play area, where the I'm trying to think of the word, the picnic area I should say, swings, roundabouts and tennis courts and cookout facilities. So the next one on the left is Shirley Drive. So let me just zoom in. There's Shirley. Hi Shirley, if you're watching. Let's go a little bit further. Okay, we can go that way, or we can go that way. I think we'll take for this way, and this is where the snowmobiles cross in the winter. Don't even want to talk about snow, so getting out of breath already. I've got to do something about this fitness. High on my list. After all the jobs I've got to do at home, I think I might make some progress. There's a little chipmunk, and whether you can see him, he's just shot down there. Oh, and there's another one come to see us. Yep, he's behind the bottom of that tree there. They are quite cute, however they love to go underneath your driveway and dig holes. You know, he's gone behind the tree. Yeah, he's just run off. I'll try and catch another one. There are thousands of them around here. So let's go a bit further. Well, we're nearly getting down to the bottom of Silver Lane. It's a bit cooler today, 20 degrees or 70 in Fahrenheit. We had a storm, a fast moving storm come through last night, and it cleared the air of all the humidity. Some nice properties over there. That's an old colonial style behind the tree, and that's where we come from. So follow me as this road splits, goes round left in the loop, take me back, or it goes down to the main road. Well, here we are down at the park. They haven't filled the swimming pool up yet, as you can see. That's the entrance over there. Most towns, villages have a communal swimming pool for the kids during the holidays, school holidays. This one's very popular. It's free to anyone that lives in the village, and there's a couple of guys doing tennis over here. I won't film them as they might get a little bit funny. And then I'll just take you around the back. Actually, we can get a good shot of the pool here. So you would come here if you're going to have a party, and I'll show you the shelter in a minute. So it's quite a deep pool. It looks as though it's about 10 or 12 feet down this nearer the camera. Diving boards. And then over here, I can zoom in, they have a picnic area. You can rent that building and there's big grills in there. Actually, I can zoom in. Monster grills there, and you can cook your burgers and things. There's all woodland and trails behind it, snowmobile trails, and they're very popular. I know when my mum was with us, we rented one. I think it was for a 70th birthday, I believe, and it was in Brattleboro itself, and we had a great time. It was a surprise, and we had over 100 people there. She really loved it. So I'll show you a little bit more when we get down there. Okay, so we're nearly at the shelter. The shelter's just here, and I'll pan right round. You can see the tennis people up on the hill there playing tennis. It's very, very quiet, just the birds singing. very peaceful, and there's a kiddies area over there for all the kids to play, and here's the, well, they've got some hand sanitizers up, that's good. I don't know how dark it is in here for you to see, but there's the grills there. They've got toilets or bathrooms behind there, around the other side of the building. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that's 10, about a dozen picnic benches, because it gets very hot to sit, and a nice play area over there for the kids. And I'm sure there's been some happy moments in here. So let me sit down and have a little rest on our journey, and I'll take you back up to Vernon Village.
With you, I can be sad with you. Just take my hand and fly up through the dreams where the skies are so clear. With you, I wanna stay with you. With you, I love the way that you.
Okay, we're returning up Silver Lane, and we're going to go round the loop. And I was just thinking to myself, as you do when you've got this quiet time. We were driving along in the car the other day, talking about getting some steak to put on the grill, where we should get it, and I said it'd be nice to have some asparagus with it. And my wife said, yeah, that sounds good. We'll get it at the supermarket. And I hadn't got the words out of my mouth, and there was a stand on the side of the road selling asparagus. So I stopped, and it was on the honour system, so you get out and you put the money in the box after you've taken what you want. The box is chained to the store, which is very sad, but you're trusted to put the money in. And it was $5 or £3, let's say, a bundle. And I got in the car smiling, and my wife said, what's wrong? And I said, nothing. I said, this is going to be probably the best asparagus you've ever had in your life. And she said, why is that? And I said, well, she knew that I kept a pub in England from 87 to 94. And that was called the Round of Grass at Badsey in Evesham, for those that don't know. And we sold a ton, literally a ton, or £2,242 in Imperial, of asparagus in 6 weeks with the meals. And we had lots of celebrities there. Ian Botham, when he finished his cricket. Toyah Willcox is another one I remember. And a very famous band, and I'm embarrassed I don't even know their name, UB40. They came on a Sunday when we were closed, and that's a nice pool that person's got running there, beautiful. They knocked on the door, or the roadie knocked on the door and said, I've got some lads wanting an asparagus meal, but they don't want to come when you're open. And I said, well, they'll have to come back when we're open. And then he told me who they are, and I said, well, you know what, I just got to thinking, come on in. He gave me his American Express gold card and told me he was the manager of all the road equipment, and he also looked after Dire Straits as well. And he got a £50 note out and bought everybody a drink. So we joined them, and we had a very fun afternoon. I think that was about 1990 or 91. Let me get some more sun on me, that's better. Sorry about that, the sun was the wrong way around. So we had quite a lot of stars stop and have the meals. Anyway, getting back to the asparagus, my wife said, you're right, this is absolutely wonderful asparagus. How do you know? And I said, well, I've handled enough, and you learn something every day. and I did learn a lot about asparagus, that there's male and female, and if you put it in the ground the claws have to be the right way around or it will travel into next doors in a few years, and 3 years before you can harvest the asparagus, and how to tell the difference between male and female when the fern turns to bower. Got all this useless information stored up, and we used to get our asparagus in those days flown in from the Isle of Man with a young lady called Julie Airways, and she had her own little plane, and she used to ship it in for me because it had to be British asparagus. And you're probably thinking, well, why didn't you get it in Badsey? Well, there isn't enough, is the answer to that. But as long as it had the Union Jack on the box, it was fine. And it tasted good too. So that's the end of me rattling on about my asparagus days. Hope you found it interesting. We had 4 pubs altogether, and I'll tell you about the other pubs another day. So I'm nearly home, and I'll meet you at the top of the drive. Okay, here we are back at the house by the little babbling brook. All this really clear water coming down from the mountains. It goes straight away through my property, and that's another job. I'll come away from there, that's another job. I've also got to go and collect that mulch from over there my next door neighbour gave me. There's a pile of mulch, so I'll get that moved. So let's go and get the bobcat out, finish the smart car, put the awning up, move the dirt, and I shall be all worn out. Never a dull moment in Vermont. So thanks for joining me on my walk. Hope it was a little bit of fun for you. Oh, there's that dirt again. Hope you enjoyed it. It's a beautiful day in Vermont. I'll try and keep the videos going. Stay safe. Please subscribe to my channel. It helps. Just press the subscription where it's written in red. Subscribe. Press the alert button if you want to. It's all free. It helps me build the channel. And from a very sunny Vermont, stay safe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye everyone.